Piano, got a lot going on that. So when we went to tape, we got a little crosstalk. Yeah,
that drum lead, that's crazy.
The cymbals were bleeding. I tried impact on it. I actually really liked it, so I just kept it on there. I was just messing with it. I usually won't use this just on a track, but I thought it sounded really good. A couple of reasons I needed the compression there to control the hits because some of the velocities were really a lot harder than others, and this song has.
Are you saying that I'm not a virtuoso piano player?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you know. I'm saying that the way the sample libraries are built, a lot of times if you go from, if the velocity hits at 63 on one hit and then it hits at 65 on the next hit, it'll actually change, it'll be a multi-sampled library, so it'll change over to the next sample, and then what you get is you get an inconsistent sound as your velocity goes up or down on, subsequent hits. So you always kind of have to listen for that. That's why it's a little scary to go from one library to the next. If you played into a certain piano sound and then you use the same MIDI file on
Right.
Which I think we did, right? We did that, right?
Yeah, I tracked it into...
Yeah, we tracked it with Giga Studio.
No, didn't I? Did I track it with Giga Studio?
Yeah, you tracked it with Giga Studio, unless you retracked it. Cause that's
I didn't.
When I tracked it, it was Giga Studio.
I just had to make a couple of fixes. There was a couple of sustain pedals that didn't jive, that were good with Giga, but didn't really jive with the contact, that receptor thing. So I had to do a little manual.
Yeah, but we got a good dry piano sound. It's really nice, but it's
New York.
Obviously it's not gonna sit.
New York with overtones, it's called, I think.
It's not gonna sit in the mix like this. Sounds great in here, but it's just it's obviously it's dry and hops out a little bit.
Yeah, they had reverb and stuff, but I just stopped it to just do the dry.
So you can see I'm hitting the same snare. I'm using the same reverb I'm using on the snare, and I also have it going into a slap delay, which is set for 100 on both sides. Nothing different on the left and right. And that gives you the feeling of being in a sort of a tighter room with it. Otherwise, it was sounding a little unnatural. I wanted something to bring it into kind of reality, put a room around it. And then there's a reverb over here.
Wait. Are we trying to get back into reality
now?
Yeah,
we're trying to get back into reality.
That's the whole reason I'm doing this, is I'm tired of reality.
Well, we got to bring the piano into reality. But and then this is the other. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm missing the point. Edit. This is the other reverb that's on there.
That same
this
preset.
Is a hall.
This is a hall.
This is a hall, but it's the same. Let's hear that one. Here's a nice trick. What I'll do is I'll put in my value into the comments strip, and if I want to hear it, and of course I'll type it right next time. Put the value into the comments strip. And then if I want to hear it, I can move the fader around. And then match up the values. So I get right back where I was, but I can put a spotlight on wherever I'm trying to check. It's a nice reverb. Between that and the studio reverb on the snare one that we're using, it really balances it out. And then the slap kind of gives it a little action when you hit the keys. The acoustic actually had an EQ on it, but I changed that. Just went with a low cut on the Oxford, and it dialed right in. It was really nice. Isn't that great? And that's just a filter, sort of a 6 dB octave slope on it. That's without it. Just trying to get rid of a little low-end muckiness, but other than that, the acoustic was nice. That's the Martin mic. How do you guys? I
think that's the Martin, just with the 87.
87? Yeah, it sounds like 87.
Into either the knee or the API. I can't remember. But yeah, that was.
It could be either. It sounds nice though.
I'll tell you, we've been tracking more straight lately than ever. Less, no EQ, no compression. That's what's weird about Why Were You Kissing Him. The raw kick track has our old like cut 390 boost.
Oh wow.
100 or 220 or 110 or 220 and then the little bump at like whatever 6K, 8K off the Neve, and then so the kick it sounds like mixed.
Sorry, scooped and mixed.
Where these are just the kick is like boom, you know, everything. That one's like sounds like boom, you know, it's got the I don't know, you know what I mean. The sound.
I think we did some of that going down just a little. I think I scooped them. I had a really little bit of a scoop going down on the kick, and then the snare. On this end, I miss home. The snare had a little bit of a top end thing that we were adding, just a little. But I think that was all the EQ we did going down. And then that's it. I mean, so far everything else I've just been leveling out. I haven't worked the vocal or the guitars yet, so.
All right.
That's where we're at, but everything was already sounding pretty good, and you guys were pre-mixing as you went, so you know, it kind of lets me sit everything else in, and then work on the other stuff.
G's been working on the vocal sound. No automation on the vocal. This is the effect, but you can kind of hear it. I was over you. Moment I saw the truth. Now I can never see a life of you and me. I will take the blame for every time you cried. I hope that someday you will know I tried. Just the other day, a thought crossed my mind. What would my life have been if you had never smiled? I was never lonely when you were by my side. Oh, that sounds nice, G.
Yeah, it's coming together.